Awkward Mafia.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to another episode of Awkward Mafia Watches Lost. I'm Jesse.
I'm Kristine.
Today we are watching Season 2, Episode 19, S.O.S.
Oh. I mean, that could be like... I wonder if this is going to be like a plot episode.
Maybe.
Because, you know, they've been on a deserted island for about 2
Yeah. What happened previously?
Previously on Lost. Hurley. Yeah. It was a Hurley episode. It was heartbreaking. We learned about he was having a hallucination named Dave. Oh, it was his time at the mental hospital.
Yeah.
And like he was seeing someone named Dave. And like that was like his subconscious.
Devil
but he was
on
also
his shoulder.
Yeah, and like he was also seeing him on the island.
And it was all about him confronting his food addiction and his relationship with Libby.
Who apparently was also at the mental hospital that he was at the same time. And that's why she looked familiar to him.
Yeah, for some reason she's keeping it a secret.
Well, I mean...
She said she was a psychiatrist.
Or a psychologist or something.
One of those.
She could be.
Did she become one after that because she was inspired? Or has she never been that? And the reason she knows this stuff is because she's been in and out of hospitals.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, that was last time. This time, it's 3 letters. So, what could it be? Let's find out. But first, you at home. This is not a market substitute. Support the official release. Let's watch.
So this isn't bothering you at all?
What's this?
Well, this.
Why is a bag of potato chips gonna bother me?
Well, aren't you remotely curious as to where all this came from? I mean, you're acting like we just got back from the supermarket.
Well, I guess I was raised never to question my blessings.
I was raised to question piles of food with weird labels.
Honey, just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean you have to raise your voice.
Bad day? I had 7 weeks of bad days on the other side of the island just trying to stay alive so I could get back to you. But here... My God, Rose, they've built a kitchen on the beach. They've given up on getting rescued.
He's got a point. He had it a lot rougher than everyone else. It must be confusing to be so calm.
Just trying to remember. You could just let it run again and then just...
Hey. You gonna get that? I hear you've lost your appetite. Okay, don't talk. He's never that good at bedside manner anyway. I was thinking about something you were saying before we found out who you are. Yeah, you were saying that if you were one of them, that you'd lead us into a trap. Capture our people. Force the trade. Us for you. It's a pretty good idea, Henry. And since you are one of them, I thought now might be a good time to use it. I'm going out to the line that we're not supposed to cross and telling them that we've got you. And when we get Walt back, you might just have been worth all the trouble.
That's why they need him alive.
They'll never give you Walt.
Jack never forgot about Walt. He just had nothing he can do about it. Until now.
Oh.
Don't gun it. You're digging yourself in. Just tap the gas lightly.
All due respect, I have been driving in snow my whole life. You mind stepping back?
Almost. Go, go, go.
Are you okay? By the way, I'm Rose.
Oh, Bernard.
Yeah. Can I buy you a cup of coffee?
Coffee would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, get it, Rose.
So haven't been together for a long time. Looks like.
Hurley, what are you doing right now?
talking to your wife?
Good. Can you get Libby and meet me on the edge of the tree line in 5 minutes? Oh, and if you can get Jen and Son, Jenkins, and that Frogurt guy, the guy who used to make frozen yogurt.
Neil?
Yeah, and Craig, and anybody else you can get.
Bernard, what are you up to?
I got an idea.
I'm going back out into the jungle to talk to our friend with the beard. See if we can make a trade.
Ah, the old prisoner exchange. And you're inviting me along because you want a gun, huh?
I'm not inviting you, I'm inviting Kate. And I've already got a gun, but thanks for offering.
How the hell did you get a gun?
Does it matter?
Always comparing dick sizes, man.
He could have just told him Ana Lucia gave it to him, but he just wants to get under his skin.
Yeah.
That pallet of food had a parachute, which means a plane dropped it here, which means there are other planes that fly over the island. So we are going to build a sign, a massive sign along the beach.
Maybe we should speak to Jack about this first.
Well, do we have to run everything by Jack? I mean, he's not the president. He's a doctor.
You're a dentist.
Which is also a doctor, actually.
Honey, it is just a sign. I don't see what the harm is.
The harm is you are telling these people about airplanes and satellites coming out of nowhere to save the day.
I'm just trying to do something. I want to get back to our life.
Well, the only thing you are doing is giving these people false hope.
I do think that was kind of messed up to, like, discredit him in front of everyone like that. Or try to. It's a bit... That was hurtful.
I've been a bachelor for 56 years. And then I met you. And we just fell into this rhythm.
Bernard.
I know. It's crazy. We just met 5 months ago. But 5 months is long enough. Because I knew after 5 minutes. Will you marry me?
Bernard, I'm dying. I've been in remission for the last couple of years. But now it's back, and this time it's not going away. My doctor says I have about a year, maybe a little longer.
You haven't answered my question.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes.
We could sure use all the bodies we could get to help put it together.
Sorry, I'm busy.
For what, exactly?
Church?
A church?
Yes.
I'm trying to get us saved.
People are saved in different ways, Bernard.
I think I liked you better when you just hit people with your stick.
I like you just the way you are.
So he's building a church. That's a mystery I didn't write down because I forgot that he's building something and we didn't know what it was.
Well, it's solved now.
I couldn't remember if they said it was a church or not before now. They didn't.
I don't think, yeah, probably not.
I know exactly where we are.
Me too. Driving around in circles in the middle of the outback. That's why I wanted to be on a beach for our honeymoon.
Australia was their honeymoon.
I brought you out here because I want you to see this man. His name is Isaac of Uluru. He's helped hundreds of people.
Bernard, you brought me to a faith healer?
Rose, I made a $10,000 donation just to get you in to see him. Normally...
I didn't ask for this! I have made my peace with what's happening to me.
Well, I haven't. I can't just do nothing, Rose.
Have you ever stopped to think maybe the reason people are quitting is because you got yourself a management problem?
I am just trying to do something.
That's exactly right. You're always trying to do. Why can't you just let things be?
If I didn't always have to do something, you wouldn't be here.
Not cool, dude. Not cool.
I'm flattered. Because he chose me to go with you instead of Sawyer.
I asked Saeed first, but he turned me down. I only asked you because they don't want you. They could have kept you, but they didn't. Then again, they didn't really want me either.
Damaged goods. Both of us. It's a doll.
Wait, don't. Don't.
Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, good, so you can't hear me.
I was reading this, like, he's like, don't. Like, why can no one hear anyone whenever people are like, don't, and then it still happens, like, so you can, your ears work. You heard me say don't, like, several times.
So I just have to do everything myself? 직접 하실래요? 해보시지.
You don't do it by yourself? Fine.
No, Jim, no, wait.
I'm done with the hatch.
Oh, now you're just frustrated. You'll be out of that splint and running around the island again in no time.
And yeah, Jack said it'd be at least 4 weeks.
But, honey, you and I both know it's not going to take that long.
Did you see it?
So, how does this work? I sit here and you chant, or, pray, or what?
There are certain places with great energy. Spots on the Earth. Like the one we're above now. Perhaps this energy is geological. Magnetic. Or perhaps it's something else. And, when possible, I harness this energy and give it to others. Sorry. It's not that you can't be healed. Like I said, there's different energies. This is not the right place for you.
Where is the right place?
I'll return your husband's donation.
Don't. I'm gonna tell him you fixed me.
I love starting marriages with lies. Makes a great marriage. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
She doesn't want to spend what time she has left going from
I know.
healer to healer.
Hey! You got your man! I'll be right here!
I lied to you. Back in Australia, Isaac, he didn't heal me. But that doesn't mean I'm not healed. When you're sick, and you have got something inside you that doesn't belong there, you can feel it. And after the crash, I couldn't feel it anymore. It's this place.
Fuck.
Is yours?
Big piece of evidence. She's right.
Hmm?
She remembered locking the wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the only one who got healed when they came to the island.
You don't want to be rescued, do you? You think if you leave, it'll come back. And if you can't leave, neither can I. I would offer to take down the sign, but, we didn't get very far.
Hey, it's Wilson. Where's Michael?
He ran off to find Wall a while ago.
Yeah, where'd he go? Haven't seen him in a minute.
No.
I'm sorry I kissed you.
Finally. Oh my god. You're like 5 episodes too late. Is it Michael? Where's it Walt? It's Walt. Hey! You gotta hand it to me, man. Right when I mentioned Michael, I was like,
I was surprised, like, uh-oh.
I am psychic.
Don't just confirm. Don't just confirm.
You know, I was one of the writers of the show, guys. I knew what was going to happen.
Alrighty. That was S.O.S.
It's pretty funny, huh? I was like, "Where's Michael? I haven't seen him in a minute. Where'd he go?"
This was a comparatively chill episode.
Yeah.
We learn how Rose and Bernard got together and that they haven't been together for very long. 2 years, tops.
Yeah, we don't know when.
They said they were dating for 5 months, and then she said she had a year to live when they got engaged.
And then they went to Australia.
So we don't know
how much time in between they're married and their honeymoon.
Yeah, we don't know if they got married right away because of her illness. You know, why waste time and money?
Probably. On
a big thing, you know. Let's just get married, travel. The big... I don't know if it's a mystery, but I think it is worth jotting down. I'm not totally sure how to frame it. The healer. What he said.
Oh, like how about the energies?
How it relates to the island.
Like, how is the island's energy different?
I'm right, the healing energy, I guess. So, he says the spot that they're on in Australia
is not... It's not the right energy for her.
Right, but in general, it's like a geothermic or magnetic energy. He doesn't know what the energy is, but there are spots like it all around the world. Mm-hmm. And he has a unique ability
to harness it.
To harness it and pass it on to others.
In that specific spot too, I think.
Yes, it has to be there. You can't be in New York and do it.
Yeah.
And he might not be able to go to the island and do it. Mm-hmm. It's this spot. He can do it.
Like, some people resonate with the energy there and some people don't.
Right. And Rose doesn't.
Yeah.
But then she goes to the island and, like Locke, she's healed. We just don't know because she didn't have an obvious physical thing.
Yeah.
So does that mean that the island has this energy as well? And why doesn't it need to be channeled by someone like the guy? It just happened.
Or it could be being channeled by someone, we just don't know who.
Well, I would argue him channeling energy is a special gift, a power. Mm-hmm. And we've seen other people with powers, kind of. Like Walt. And to a kind of extent, Hurley.
With the luck.
And Claire's psychic. Remember, Claire saw a psychic, and that's why she went to America?
Claire's psychic. Sorry.
Claire's psychic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant, like, Claire is psychic. I'm like, wait, what? When?
Yeah, she saw a psychic.
Yeah.
So we know there are people with abilities in the world. And this guy's just, his ability is, on this spot, he can heal people. Mm-hmm. Thanks to this energy pocket thingy. And the island, I guess, is a weird place, so it's not crazy to think it would have this energy as well. And this energy healed Locke and Rose. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of a piece of the mystery of how is Locke walking. Something to do with this energy, but we still don't know what the energy is.
Yeah, it's interesting now that they brought that up because, like, he's saying that some people vibe with the energy there, and some people, or like wherever in like different spots, like people vibe with different spots of the earth. So I'm wondering, like, since Rose and Locke do obviously like they. I say vibe.
That's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, right. They vibe with the energy in the island. I'm wondering if you don't like vibe with the energy there, like if some people have an affinity like away, like some people have an affinity for it and some people like don't, and it's like they really don't have an affinity and it affects them negatively instead of positively. Because like some people.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because like even though like Jack and or like the rest of them like don't have any physical ailments, like they've been really like stuck in the past, and like it could have to do with like them.
Okay, like a negative and positive thing.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm not sure, like, because it's like energies, like that's very vague.
Yes,
and like that can affect people differently. Like it could just be like a neutral thing, right? But I'm wondering if like like on the other extreme, right? Like, because there's the extreme of it being really positive where it's literally healing people, and then the other extreme where it's like really negative and it's like making them like it's really negatively affecting them. Kind of, I guess, maybe similar to like and I say that because, you know, right, like what's her name, Rousseau's party got sick. Right?
That's right. There was
like,
a sickness.
There's a sickness that we still have no idea what the heck it is. But she had to kill them over it.
So you're theorizing that the healing energy and the sickness are the same thing.
Or it has to do with the energy.
It's based on the person, not on the source.
Maybe, yeah. Cause it's
I like that idea.
Yeah, like, because if some people are like, my whole party got sick, and I had to kill them because, like,
I didn't
like,
want it to spread, but she has no idea what it is.
Yeah, and then, but some people are like, I got completely healed, like, immediately.
Yeah.
And it's sticking. Like, I'm not, like, right? So, like, maybe just, like, some people are just very negatively affected. And some people maybe, like most people are probably neutral. Like, it doesn't really do anything. But some people are, like, they have a really high affinity for it. And some people maybe have a really negative affinity for it.
Because
not everyone's getting sick, right?
Yes, right.
So,
I mean, Rose went to this place, and it did nothing for her.
Yeah.
The guys did the thing. Sorry, I'm going to give your money back.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, more evidence that he's not a scam artist, that he was going to give $10,000 back because it didn't work.
Which is nice. Good to know.
So it didn't. But if she stayed there and he kept doing that for a long time, could she have gotten worse? Is what you're kind of.
I don't know. Like, she could have been just like in that particular spot. It could have just been like a neutral thing for her. Like, that's why he couldn't heal her.
Because I mean, Rousseau's been on the island for 16 years, and she's nuts.
Well,
I mean, it's because she's alone enough, but could part of it be the island affecting her mentally?
Maybe. But the fact that, like, with Rousseau, it was like it's over time, whereas with her party, it was like almost like no time at all. Like, they got sick relatively quickly.
There is the hang on, let me double check my notes to make sure I'm not spoiling something that didn't happen. Yes, Desmond, when he was in the hatch, was injecting himself with something. Some kind of, like, vaccine or
yeah.
Could it be to keep the energy from affecting him? Because the scientists have no idea what the stuff is, and sometimes people get sick, sometimes they get healed. Maybe they're like, just immunize from it entirely because we don't know what the stuff is, and it could be dangerous.
It could be, maybe.
But, okay. Because there's some schools of thought here. The island energy was not channeled by a third party who has the power to do it. Or that we've seen.
Yeah.
Some people think it's because the island, one of the reasons the island's so weird is because it's just an abundance of this energy. So you don't need someone to do it. It's just you're in it and you just get healed or you don't. And that maybe there's a universal factor to it. Like a universal donor for a blood transfusion, where it doesn't. All the energies doesn't matter if you vibe with it or not. Here, you will vibe with it. That's the idea people had, but it doesn't explain how some people still get hurt.
Yeah.
Or this sickness.
Yeah.
So I like your theory that it's you do have to vibe with it, but it's possible to completely not vibe with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very cool idea. I like that idea.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, because that's the only way it would explain, like, the sickness. Like, why would...
How can there be a sickness on a place that heals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, if it just healed people, then no one should be getting sick. It should just be, like, a neutral thing. Like, which is why I'm like, some people probably just really don't vibe with that energy. Like, it's gonna negatively affect. And the reason why, like, I thought that was just because he said different spots on the earth too. Like, so if there's different spots that different people vibe with, and then just particularly there Rose didn't and he couldn't heal her, obviously she got healed on the island. So it's like, well, that energy she vibed with, so but he seemed to know that, like, I mean, well, he knew, and it's interesting that he knew that there were different spots. He just didn't know where, obviously. I wonder how he figured that out. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. He looks like he's been doing it for a while. There's a lot of hanging, canes and wheelchairs on the walls and stuff. So Rose knew this whole time that Locke could walk. Mm-hmm. Or when he previously could not.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything because he didn't say anything, so she figures it's private. It's not my place. But it's also confirmation for her that this feeling she has that she's healed is true. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, what's the list of people who knows Locke's secret now? That technically Walt. Mm-hmm. Is that it? Does no one else know? Just Rose and Walt? So I don't think he's told anyone else. Yeah, no, I guess that's it. Oh no, he told Boone, and then he died.
Right.
So So Boone knew.
And if he told Shannon, well, she's also dead, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Aw.
Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about Rose and Bernard's relationship when compared to other pairs on the island, like Sun and Jin, or the triangle of Jax, Sawyer, and Kate, or Hurley and Libby, or others, I guess. Well, Saeed and Shannon.
Yeah, it's like it's a relationship.
It's an actual It's an actual marriage.
I like that. Well, like at the end of this episode, right? I was like, yeah, it's great. Like start off a marriage with a line. Like I understand why she did it. So I get it. But I'm glad that she ended up telling him. And I think like the fight they had was pretty realistic. Like they were saying a lot of like they said a lot like, kind of mean things to each other, and like there were not some cool things said on both sides, but then in the end, right, he was like, when she told him like I got healed here, and he was like, I'm staying then, like that's it. I was like, oh, that was really nice to see.
Because Bernard had no idea why she was challenging him so much on this. And it was out of line and not cool of her, but once he knew why she did it, he was like, well, of course, okay, I get it now.
Like, But yeah.
And I get why you lied to me before, because you wanted me to be happy. But now I am happy because you actually are healed here. Mm-hmm.
And I do like that he believed her, like about the island and stuff.
Yeah, because he does quite. I mean, not right away. He questions it.
Yeah,
but she tells him, because I know, and he trusts her.
Yeah,
he knows her, so she's saying, "I am healed because I know I am, and I know that it worked, and I know it wasn't because of Australia. It's because of this place." He believed her. Mm-hmm. I don't think you're lying to me. And I believed in the faith healer. So why not this island? And okay, this is where we live now. So if and when rescue comes, Rose and Bernard aren't going.
Yeah, I think it's a lot healthier than Sun and Jin's relationship.
Yes, because the lies are much less and the fights are much less.
Yeah. I am surprised that they didn't know each other that long. I thought they knew each other longer than that.
Less than 2 years.
Yeah.
Possibly less than a year.
I mean, yeah, because if she only had a year...
She had a year to live 5 months into their relationship. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could have gotten married right away and went straight to Australia for all we know.
Yeah, we don't know. But it's nice to see.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't expect that the reason they were in Australia was for their honeymoon. You think they were just traveling in their retirement or whatever. But nope. Because he's not that old. They're both in their 50s. That's not necessarily retirement age, especially for dentists. Mm. So, no, they're just their honeymoon.
Cute. Yeah. Still OTP.
Yeah. I do like the storyline. I also think they just probably thought, we don't want to hire younger actors to play them in a flashback. What if they met recently, and what if she has cancer, And hey, if she has cancer, that gives her a connection with Locke.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's very believable.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, why not? All right. What should we write in the comments? If you were on the island and Bernard wanted you to haul rocks half a mile, would you stick with it, or would you just, like everyone else, just kind of, nah, I'm not doing this, dude? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe and all that junk. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.